I'm very happy with how it came out. I feel like it's a selection of 5 songs that cover every aspect of what a full album will be if I ever get to release one this year. There's some intimate stuff on it and really rocking stuff, and it's very indicative of the last couple of years of my life. It's really about things I've gone through and making a new start and how I feel right now and things that have changed. And so I'm really pleased that I can finally, after all this time, present something that I'm really 100% happy with. I've always written songs about my life and things that are important to me, and now it's almost more personal and more direct than it's ever been, because there have been such big adjustments, and everything's kind of changing, and I'm making a new start in many ways, and also, you know, making a record on my own and without my brother, and so lots of changes, and it talks. The songs talk about how there's always some doubt that you're doing the wrong thing or that you're making wrong decisions, but in the end, it feels good to follow who you truly are, and it eventually always pays off. Yes, there's going to be a video for Fine. Fine will be the first single, and I'm actually shooting it on Wednesday. And that's another thing that Geert and I were talking about, that we made way too many videos that we weren't happy with, that someone talked us into, and it has to be done yesterday, and so we didn't really have the time to think of a better concept or whatever, and now I gave it some thought, and the idea is mine, and now it's just a matter of trying to make it as good as I can see it in my head. I love making videos, and especially this time I know it's something that I really want to do, and I can really visualize it, and there's something about acting in front of the camera that's kind of different than being on stage, and it's another part that I really enjoy, that we hardly ever get to do. I feel like I've just gone so far in 10 years. I went from just standing still in the middle of the stage and not even moving my hands for 55 minutes to, you know, really loving the interaction with the audience and trying to make every night different by trying to feel what the audience is like that night. And I think a Case Choice show was always just like about the moment. We ended up, you know, in your 4th week of a tour, you've played all the songs. Those things can be the same every night, and so you really try to find changes in different place, different people, and so I think we always really tried to make every night different, just because of the chemistry, and that's just something that I've had to learn. I think I've learned it pretty well in the last 10 years, just by doing it a lot. Of course, I'll play those 5 songs. I'll play some Case Choice songs too. I think I'll limit myself to the ones that I wrote, because. Yeah, well, I mean, I could play the whole Case Choice repertoire and fill up, you know, 3 hours, but I want to make a selection, and it only makes sense that I make a selection out of the songs that I wrote, since I am trying to start a solo career after all. But I figured out quickly when I started thinking of set lists and stuff that it makes no sense for me to play no Case Choice songs. I mean, they're my songs. They're part of my my career. They're what people are going to want to hear, since there's not a lot of new stuff out yet, and it's very hard to fill up an hour and 15-minute show with 75% new songs. So if I play the 5 songs that a lot of people will know, and I play a couple of Case Choice songs, then I can kind of mix it up a little bit, and everything else will be all new stuff. I've been trying to come up with a good one, because that's another great thing to do, where people do, you know, it's new because they've never heard you perform it, but it's still something that people recognize and can sing along to and stuff. So if anyone has any ideas, I'm open to suggestions.